Hey, welcome back to another video on the Poor Man's Gold channel. Subscribe, comment, like, and share. Today I'm gonna do the three biggest mistakes I feel I've made as in my stacking journey here. Um, I don't really feel like I've made many mistakes. The bottom line is I stacked what I liked, and I think that's the most important thing. Is stack what you like because it's your stack, and if you're not stacking what you like, I mean, what's the point, right? You want to have fun with it. You want to be able to enjoy what you stack, and if you don't like what you stack, the bottom line is if you don't like it, you really can't enjoy it. But the bottom line here is the three biggest mistakes I feel I've made in my stacking journey here is government minted bullion. I'm not a big supporter of government minted bullion like the Britannias and American Eagles. I have a couple of Britannias. I did give a couple away. I have a Krugerrand silver, but I don't really have that much government minted bullion, and that's the way I'd like to keep my stack. Everybody says, the premiums are when you go to sell, it's going to be, you'll get more back. But you know what? I'm not worried about the selling at this point. You know what I mean? I'm worried about stacking and stacking what I like. So, I think the first mistake on my stacking journey and I didn't get too much. I mean, really, I only got a few ounces of government minted bullion, but I could have lived without it. I could have put that money into, more cooler stuff that I like, the generic silver, the vintage stuff. You know what I mean? Morgans, just the more. I like the generic silver. Bottom line here, and I guess when you start stacking, when you start like collecting like constitutional silver, then you start getting into Morgans, and then you start getting into commemoratives, and then you start wanting more numismatic type coins. You know what I mean? You want these beautiful numismatics when you should be worrying about stacking weight, adding weight to your stack. You know what I mean? When you go on the numismatic, you know, when you go on that ride, you're paying top dollar. You're paying, high premiums for numismatic coins, and I think that's really, I mean, it's not a bad thing. Don't get me wrong. It's a good thing to get into numismatics, but grow the weight first. And I've sort of been, I mean, I've caught myself several times, putting off the weight factor in the stack because I liked more numismatic stuff. And it's not, getting into numismatics, liking numismatics is perfectly fine. But when you're trying to build weight, don't get too heavy into numismatics. You know what I mean? Put the weight first. And that's sort of a mistake I've caught myself making, more than a few times. So the last mistake I'm going to say in my stacking journey is that I didn't start adding gold sooner. I just picked up my first piece of gold, and it's totally awesome. I just ordered my second piece, and I should have started adding even small little fractional pieces like the 1 grammers into the stack sooner. I wish I had done that sooner, but the bottom line is the silver stack has grown immensely in a pretty short period. I'm just starting to get into adding gold to the stack, which is you just can't go wrong with it. And I'm loving it. So that's really the only three, real mistakes I feel I've made. But the one thing I have to stress is stack what you like. You know what I mean? or else it's what's the point? You know what I mean? You'll just have a stack of silver and gold or whatever that you really don't really care about or whatever. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So the most important thing is to have fun with it. Get what you like. You know, everybody's stack is different and individual and, you know, just perfect to the person who owns that stack because they've stacked what they wanted to stack, what they like, and that's the most important thing. So I'm not going to keep you all day on this video. I just wanted to put out three mistakes that I feel I've made as a newer stacker. You know, the government minted bullion, I'm not a big fan. I you know, I feel myself getting too heavy into numismatics and not adding the weight or putting the weight first. And I'm sorry I didn't start putting a little more gold into the stack sooner, but I'm getting there. And so, you know, basically that's the video here today. If you've made any mistakes in your stacking journey, throw it down there in a comment. Let everybody know. Put it out there. Maybe your mistakes can help somebody else out that's starting to stack, or you know, even somebody who's been stacking. It's always good to get, you know, somebody else's perspective on stacking. So bottom line here is keep out of trouble, stay safe. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one.